Hi guys, Dr. Wendy Dearborn here from the Laws of Attraction in Action. And of course, this brand new podcast called You and the Laws of Attraction. Well guys, it is 6:06 a.m. on Monday, the 5th of August, 2019. And my name is Dr. Wendy Dearborn, and I will be your host for the next, I'm not sure how long we're going to be here today, but I'm going to be your host for a minute. Well, guys, welcome to You and the Laws of Attraction. You may have listened to a number of my podcasts in the past, which was called, My Life, My Choice. And believe me, guys, this show is still all about choices and you making your choices and you being able to actually create the life that you want to live. And the only way you can create the life that you want to live is through the power of your conscious choice. Now, we make choices unconsciously, and invariably this is why we find ourselves in positions where we don't want to be, why we find ourselves in places where you're left saying to yourself, how did I get here? How the hell did I get here? I don't know how I got here. And guys, it's simply this. Somewhere along the line, you made a choice. You made a choice, unconsciously and or consciously. But whichever way you slice it, you made a choice. So once again, my name's Dr. Wendy Dearborn. You'll be able to find me at drwendy@gmail.com or drwendy@itsmylifemychoice.com. I've got a whole group of emails, and the other day I said I need to consolidate that, but you'll be able to find me at drwendyd, and that's just the letter D @gmail.com. So guys, what is this new podcast all about? Well, as I actually sat and I was reflecting about this, or giving it some good reflection, this podcast is truly about you, and you. It's about you and how you interact with the universal laws of attraction. It's about you and how you interact with the universal laws. See, the law of attraction is a part of the laws that govern our ability to manifest what it is that we say that we want to manifest. So what I will do is I'm going to share information with you that I believe is pertinent, I believe that can help. And when I say help, pertinent and help, that's pertinent to utilizing what we got out there, utilizing all the tools that we have so that we can create the life that we are designing in our minds. It's one thing to draw a rendering of something that you want to build, and it's a whole different ball game when you actually have the tools to build it. And really and truly, that's actually how it starts. You have a dream, you have a goal, you have a desire, you have something that you truly, truly want to do. And that would be the rendering, that would be the drawing. And then you need the tools to actually build it. And this is what the show is all about. Taking the magic of your mind, taking what you have in your mind and using the magic, I phrased that the wrong way, using the magic of the universal laws so that you can build it, and you can build it to spec. You guys, the only person who can do for you in your life is you. Now, that doesn't mean that you won't get assistance. Doesn't mean that. It doesn't mean that people won't help. Doesn't mean that. It doesn't mean that you don't need other people. Doesn't mean that. What it literally means is, without you, your thought process and your desire, nothing will happen. And these are the things that I am wanting to bring clarity to. And speaking of clarity, this is another thing that this show is about. It's about finding clarity. Huge on that. If you're unclear of where you are going, if you are unclear of where you are going, or let me phrase it this way, if you're unclear of what you actually want, how are you going to get there? See, clarity is key. There is a universal law of divine order. And part of the process of manifesting what you want, part of the process of praying into being or praying into existence that which you say that you want, is following a divine order. And there's a divine order because, guys, there's a methodology to how the universe works. There's a methodology to how the universal creator, known to me as God, or whomever your chosen deity is, there's a methodology to how the creator works. And when you actually understand that, it makes it easier, and I would say a lot easier, for you to be able to manifest the things that you want. So this show, You and the Laws of Attraction, it covers so many things, not just, like the law of attraction, which, as I said a little while ago, is a part of the laws. The law of gratitude, law of forgiveness, law of love, and these are some of the common ones. The law of gratitude, thankfulness, it goes beyond that. It goes way beyond that. You see, your ability to manifest what you want doesn't only come from understanding the laws and then applying the laws. Or I'm going to back it up. It doesn't come from taking a thought process that's just popped into your head and crafting that in your mind into something that you say that you want. Whether it be a relationship, health, house, money, car, home, whatever it is, whatever you craft. Okay? And then seeing that with clarity and knowing that is exactly what you want. And then applying the laws, as I've just said, maybe the law of gratitude, the law of forgiveness, the law of polarity. There are so many laws out there. Actually, we make laws. By the words that we speak, we actually make laws for ourselves. And we definitely invoke laws by what we say and what we think, and the passion that we feel about what we say and the passion that we feel about what we think. That's called your intention. Seriously, that's called your intention. And so where I was going with this is that this show goes so far, and will be going so far beyond that, because food also impacts your ability to manifest what you want. And I have seen over the years that people don't actually make that correlation. And guys, I'm not talking about being high school skinny or being slender or thin or a size whatever the current trend is. I'm not talking about that. See, people get lost in a loop there, and they do things that are truly, truly not in the best interest of self, to fit into a mold that really isn't for them. But that's a whole nother ball game by itself. That's another passion of mine. It's called Food Beyond Its Nutrition. And again, like everything that we do, there's always something that goes beyond that. You see, as a metaphysician, which is what I am, meta means beyond, and physician, or metaphysics actually, metaphysics means beyond, and physics means physical. So what I do really is talk about beyond the physical. One of the things that I know that is a challenge for many of us, myself included, is even though we want to go beyond the physical, we're very much stuck in it. And when things are happening to us, and that's another thing, guys, here we go. Things happen for us, they don't happen to us. And so when things are happening for us, when things are manifesting in our lives, and that's things that we don't want as well as things that we do, it's happening for us. It's about knowing how to flip the script on what's going on for you, and flip the script in such a way that it empowers you versus disempowers you. And again, all this, all that I'm talking about applies to so many areas in our lives. It's not just doing affirmations or, a vision board and the things, a vision book, prayer. Meditation is huge. For those of you who followed my work in the past, I'm huge about meditating. Meditation is huge. So it's not just about that. It's about taking it to another level, taking you to another level, utilizing the tools that we have been given, the gifts that we have been given, understanding how powerful your words are, and recognizing that the life that you are currently living is attributed to the words that you have spoken. And this is words that you have spoken silently, or words that you have spoken audibly, words that you have spoken, but you've backed it up with intention and passion, or passion and intention, which for me run the same. You're passionate about it, your intention or your focus is on it. This is something that's going to manifest for you. Part of this show will definitely be dealing with the coaching aspect of what I do and assisting and supporting you in overcoming obstacles and limitations and things that may be in your way that only you can move out of the way. Things that are creating blocks and barriers based on somebody else's premise. One of my favorite memes, because every day I actually put out a meme, and you can find that on Instagram or Facebook or Twitter. And every day I put out a meme, but one of my favorite all-time memes that I have actually written is simply this: don't become somebody's lie about you. Don't become somebody else's lie about you. And that for me is a powerful statement. So many people are trying to fit into a mold that they don't belong in. And I'm not just talking about the people who are in your life. I'm talking about the media. I'm talking about advertising. I'm talking about, all these different stimuli that are thrown at us. All this stuff that's coming at us and to us. Don't become somebody else's lie about you. And don't become what somebody else thinks you should become. Don't do that. And so, again, this show is about being able to overcome some of these things that are out there, some of these issues. And I say issues, and even when I said the word issues, I kind of rolled my eyes a little bit, because they're not issues. They're actually opportunities. They're actually opportunities. And so it's about being able to overcome or to utilize what you see in front of you as an opportunity. That being said, if you have followed my work in the past, you know that I'm not talking about you being robotic. You have emotions, and your emotions are very valid. Another one of my huge things that I talk about is don't make choices based on your emotions. Emotions are mercurial. Today you'll feel really ticked off about something, and tomorrow you'll think it's really funny. Or today you'll think something's really funny, and tomorrow you'll be really ticked off. But if you made a decision either way, or with either scenario, next week or next year, it doesn't mean anything. But yet you've made a life-altering decision based on this particular emotion. And your emotions just show you something. They're just flags. They're literally signposts. You see when you watch racing, Grand Prix or something like that, and you see the guy with the checkered flag or a yellow flag or a red flag. It's just giving you information. It's giving you information so that you can continue on in the direction that you're going, and or you can make change where change needs to come. So you and the laws of attraction. One of the things that I want to leave you with is, what does it look like for you to literally utilize what's out there for us to get what you want in your life? More often than not, the thing that we are wanting is wanting us too. One of the biggest obstacles that people face is they're stuck in that, how am I going to get there? How am I going to get this thing that I say that I want? You know, how am I going to get this man? How am I going to get this woman? How am I really going to achieve this goal? And it's vitally important to understand that the how is not your job. Your job is to know what you want with clarity. Your job, when you're dealing with the universal law and the laws of attraction, is to know with clarity what you want. To know with clarity what you want so that you can begin the process of moving forward towards it, or taking what I call divine and or inspired action. Because there is always something for you to do. There is always something for you to do, because we're always moving forward, and you need to be moving forward, I would say, proactively, and you need to be moving forward consciously rather than unconsciously. You move unconsciously. That's what I was talking about at the beginning of the hour, or the beginning of the show, actually, was that you'll find yourself in places where you wind up saying, you know, how did I get here? I'm going to be talking as we go through this time. I mean, I was on Blog Talk Radio, I want to say for 10 years or so. And so this is going to be a journey. I'm looking forward to this. So for you, just so some of the things that you can expect, I'm going to be bringing all my disciplines, everything that I've learned, and then some, because I'm always learning. It's always unfolding. I'm always creating. And again, as I said, I'm a huge meditator. So I'm always getting incoming information. And when I say incoming, I'm talking about intuitive information from the universal, divine, God, or whomever your chosen deity is. So I'm going to be bringing all my disciplines to you. Everything that I know, I'm going to be bringing this to you, like aromatherapy, energy healing, healing touch, understanding color, the vibration of color, understanding food, and the fact that it goes beyond its nutritional value. Understanding, if I didn't say aromatherapy, that smell, understanding essence, understanding vital energy, and how all these things can be put together so that you can create, as I call it, a recipe that works for you. A recipe, because we are all individuals, and we really are all individuals. There shouldn't be this cookie cutter approach to your life. There shouldn't be. How you live your life is and should be very, very unique to who you are. Now, whether you realize this or not, it is very unique to who you are. And part of what this show is to bring that consciousness, bring that conscious awareness, so that you can, once again, go out there and live the life that you say that you are wanting to live. You know, they have this adage, be careful what you ask for because you might get it. And this is so true. Is the thing that you are asking for, and see, now I'm gearing up because I want to go into a show, really. I want to go into one of the shows that I do. But is the thing that you are asking for, is it what you truly want? You know, you might say that you want the house, you know, this big old house. And I say big old house, but this big house, you know, it might be ultra modern, you know, one of these, as we say where I'm from, one of these Terry's, one of these homes that has, a swimming pool that runs the length of the entire home, you name it, use your imagination. Is it the actual house that you want? Is it the house that you're after? Or are you wanting something that the house can give you? And when I say this is what I mean about understanding what it is that you want. Are you wanting security? What is it that you're wanting? Are you wanting a home, whatever that definition is for you? And so, once again, this show is about bringing those sort of nuances to the forefront. Many people get caught in the emotional, I call it that emotional wash, which isn't the right phrase because that's actually a coaching phrase when you can't actually get past being hurt or being angry or being afraid, or it's called an emotional wash. But many people get stuck on something and they don't realize that there's something underneath what they're looking for. If people say to you, yeah, what I want to do when I retire, if I was rich, I'd sit on a beach sipping Mai Tais all day in a hammock. Well, what will that give you? Rest, peace, tranquility, silence, an uncluttered mind. So where I'm going with this is it's really important to know, I suppose sometimes, in some respects, the why pertaining to the what. The why. Why do you want this house? Because you can have it? Okay, got that. But why? What will it signify to you? So it's those kind of nuances that I want to work on with you and assist and support you in being able to get the clarity around what it is that you're saying that you want. Again, how, and I'll do a whole show on this. We've done this before, but I'll do a whole show on this. How isn't really relevant. What's relevant to you is the what. And knowing this can be a deal breaker for you. And that's not to say that you don't do any work, because you definitely do. You definitely do. So the laws of attraction, or you and the laws of attraction. The laws, as I have said and will continue to say, many people just call it the law of attraction, not understanding that the law of attraction is a part of the laws of attraction. And so that's the other thing that I'm going to be sharing with you, is the multitude of laws that are out there. The multitude of laws that are out there. And if you actually go to my Facebook page, right, I'm going to look this up to make sure I'm not talking twaddle. If you actually go to my Facebook page and you go to the group, the law of attraction in action, I believe it is. The laws of attraction in action. Yep, the laws of attraction in action. If you actually go to the group and you sign up for the group, to be in the group, you'll be able to download a list of those. You'll be able to download a list of those laws, and it's a short list. It's a summarized list, because there are so many laws. And one of the things that I find really exciting about the laws of attraction is that they are all interconnected. They are all, it's like a jigsaw puzzle. In order for you to get the puzzle completed, all these pieces need to fit together. Yet, as a jigsaw puzzle piece, it can stand by itself. But that being said, if it stands by itself, you might be able to get the gist of what it is, but when you see the whole thing in its entirety is when it comes together, and that's when it becomes powerful. So understanding that there are so many laws out there, and that the law of attraction is only a blip on the radar when you're talking about bringing into your life what it is that you want is paramount to you actually getting what you want. As we move forward, I'm going to be actually doing some webinars, and as I live in sunny, and it's been really, really hot, sunny and hot Las Vegas, I'm actually hoping to do some live events, some small, intimate live events where it can be more personal, up close and personal, more of a one-on-one situation. I'm hoping to be doing some live events where I demonstrate to people how powerful food can be in the ability to get what you want, and to be accessible to do one-on-one coaching, whether it's in person here in Las Vegas and or via some of these, Zoom, Skype, what do you call this thing? The iPhone, FaceTime, and just the plain old regular cell phone or telephone, to make myself accessible for people who want that one-on-one, so that you can move forward in your life. Recently, and this is one of the shows that will be coming fast and furious. That being said, I've had a lot of upheaval in the last, I'd say 10, 11, 12. Where are we? August, September, August. We're in August. Yeah, August, September, October. Yeah, in the last 10 months, I have had upheaval. Really and truly, I feel like I have been turned upside down, shaken out, and then dragged feet first along a trail that needed to be cleared so a path could be set. But I was the one being dragged to clear the path. So the last 10 months has been really, really intense, and I know I've made a lot of changes, and I really have, and that's what I mean about taking what's going on for you and flipping that script. Now, it's taken me about 10 months because I'm here. I showed up today, so I'm here. So it's taken me about 10 months to see my way clear. That being said, within that 10 months, it's been a knock-on effect and new things happening. It's not just one thing that has caused this. It is a multitude of things that has actually caused this. So guys, that being said, once again, if you're listening, my name's Dr. Wendy Dearborn, and I am going to be your host for this podcast, You and the Laws of Attraction. And I was just giving you a basic rundown of what I'll be doing. One of the things that I'm going to try and do is perhaps, he said no, but I'll ask and I'll see again. And that was my husband when I said, he said no, is actually talk about relationships. And I think this is really important. My husband and myself have found ourselves in the position of talking to many, many couples about relationships, and based on insights that we have shared. And it's never, oh, you should do so-and-so, you must do so-and-so. That's not it. But based on insights that we have had and experiences that we have had, I know that we have been able to help many, many, many people out there. He's reticent to come online and or a podcast and do this, but we'll see. But if not, you'll just get me. But relationships and relationship building is also one of my actual fortes. I definitely know how to destruct them or destruct them, And I also know how to construct them. Relationships that we have is everything. Everything that we do, everything that we touch, outwardly and inwardly, we're actually creating a relationship with it. When people hear the word relationship, they actually think that it's typically dealing with another human being, and or, as you go down the scale, a pet, and you just work your way through there to the earth, to what have you. And in addition to that, it's a relationship that you may have with the divine or whomever your spiritual deity is, and or whatever your belief is. So this show too is about relationships and building relationships, and it's about being able to speak and speak clearly. You see, when you know what you want, you can speak with clarity. When you know what you want, you don't have to be angry when you're speaking. But that's something that we will definitely get to as we journey on this life's path together. There was something that I had said, and it sent a flag, because on today I didn't write anything down. I got up, I had a couple of emails that I needed to address. So I got up maybe about 5:15, and that's AM, to do that. And my mind literally said to me, you need to get on, you need to fire this up, and you need to get it moving. Today is the day. Today's the day to flip the script and stand on the experiences that you've had. And recently for myself, stand on the experiences that you've had and turn them into powerful mediums for yourself to know and grow, and also to support people who find this information beneficial to them. One of the things that I think as a host it's important that you know about me is this. I'm not going to tell you what to do. I'm not going to tell you what to do. That's not my job. My job is to present you with information so that you can take that information, should you choose, and create the life that you say that you want to live. My job isn't to tell you what to do, and that's not going to happen. People will always ask me, what do you think I should do? Dr. Wenz, Dr. Wendy, Dr. Dearborn, what do you think I should do? And I always turn the question round, and I will turn the question round and ask you, what are you truly wanting for you in this situation? That brings me to another point. Every solution, every problem, you have the solution to. And every question, you have the answer to. You might not have the know-how, but you have what you need so that you can move forward with clarity. Again, this show is about that too. Not only finding clarity, but getting to grips with that understanding. Getting to grips with the understanding that your life is about you. Wholly and solely about you. Your life is about you. It's about the choices that you make. It's about God, your relationship with God, and how you perceive that, what you see that to be. Your relationship with people, your relationship above all with yourself. This is what this show is all about. It's about you, you, and you. It's about you and the laws of attraction, and how you attract into your life what it is that you want. And once again, understanding that there's a base, there's a divine flow, there's a divine order to things. And I have to say, when you have some of these disciplines or principles in place, and you have a clearer understanding of how they work, it truly does allow you to, what am I saying? Actually, it gives you a sense of strength. It gives you a sense of strength. I would say maybe a sense of comfort. But for me, and knowing that everybody's different, it gave me a sense of, I can get through this. Now, that didn't actually lessen the pain, the hurt, the anger, the confusion, all the other, the gambit of emotions I was experiencing. It didn't lessen that. But what it did for me is gave me a time frame in which I knew categorically I would be able to move through this, and as I moved through it, take what I need from it, stand on it, flip it on its ass, stand on it, and use it as something, as a tool for self-empowerment. Self-empowerment. So guys, again, this is very unscripted. I am literally doing this off the cuff because, as I said, I got up to actually answer a couple of emails that needed to be sent out this early. And then my mind said, it's time. And that brings me to another thing, listening to your intuition. I'm going to say 90% of the time I will listen to my intuition. That's 90% of the time. I'd like to say more. Yeah, 90%. I'd like to say more, but the truth being, 90% of the time, I listen and I act. That's what I should have said. I listen and I act on my intuition. The other 10%, I hear it and it's like, oh, well, I ain't doing that. Or that doesn't seem right to me, and yada, yada, yada. And I know you've had the experience where your intuition has told you to do X, Y, Z, and you're like, I ain't doing that. Only to find out sometimes very immediately that, oh, wow, I should have done it. Versus, several years later, it comes up and you have that clarity. It's like it's like a bell, right? Okay, it's like a bell. You hear that bell in your mind, and you see this. You're thrown back in time, and you see this scenario I'm playing where it's like, something. My intuition told me that 4 years ago, 5 years ago, 10 years ago, 20 years ago, what have you. My intuition told me that. But I wasn't listening. I chose to do what I chose to do. And here we are. Choice is huge. I am a choice expert. I'm a choice expert. And what I will do in some of the coming shows is share how I came to that reality. I came to that place in time as a choice expert, and that actually surrounded or came about as a near-death experience. So that's one of the things that I will share with you. What you won't find on this podcast is a lot of guests coming on. You won't find that. This isn't the type of podcast for that. Literally, I'm disseminating information. What I will do, though, is I do tell you about books and about movies and videos and YouTube things that might be pertinent and may be helpful to you. I'm a true believer in movie therapy. That's something that I used to do with some of my clients, and that was back in the day. Movie therapy, it can be a powerful medium, especially if the movie has I'm going to say the right context or subtext. It can be a powerful medium to support people in understanding about themselves. And Disney, especially older Disney, is actually amazing when it comes to that. The older Disney movies. The newer Disney movies, from what I can see, they're just doing a rehash or a remake of stuff that's been done. But that being said, they definitely have a powerful message. many of the cartoons or animations, as they like to call it now, many of the animations that are done for children but can be watched by adults or everybody, they have a powerful, powerful, powerful message. So movie therapy is really good, and that's something that I will offer as we go along. I'll see something, or some of the things that I've already shared in the past, I'll share, so that people can actually start, if they so desire, getting a grip on themselves. See, once you, and I'm not talking about rigid control, but once you have an understanding of how you work, it puts you in the driver's seat. It gives you a certain amount of control over your life. And this is what people are looking for. I've started a food blog, as it were. It's still in its infancy. I'm getting it all together, but it's called Food Beyond Its Nutrition. And one of the things that I am currently working on in regard to that is a webinar called How to Identify Your Personal Taste Profile. For many people, they will do a dietary lifestyle change in the hope of, and for most people, it's all about losing weight. And really and truly, for some people it works. For the vast majority, it's not sustaining. But that being said, I'm doing a webinar about, how to identify your taste profile. And when I say your taste profile, I'm talking about what you truly like to eat. See, many people won't go the distance, or they won't maintain after they've reached whatever said weight they feel that they need to be, etc. They won't maintain because everything that they've eaten, by and large, isn't within their taste profile. It's not the flavors that work for them. It doesn't give them the satiety or the eating satisfaction that they want. So that's something too that I'll be bringing to you as we journey. So I've got lots and lots and lots and lots of stuff that I want to share. Loads of stuff. I'll be pulling on my past shows, past experiences. I have every belief that some will overlap, but they'll overlap in a different way. Things that are new. Even if it doesn't sound new, there's always something new to share. So that being said, guys, once again, I want to thank you for joining me for this last, I think it is, let me put my glasses on so I can see. Oh, it is basically 44 minutes. So I'm going to say I want to thank you for joining me for this last 45 minutes. For the most part, I will be conducting or, doing a podcast once a week, perhaps twice a week, depending on what's going on and the information that comes to me. And that's another thing. In my past, when I was doing my podcast before, I didn't actually do that. I tried to save everything up. But there were times that I'd wake up, at 3 o'clock in the morning, and I'd have this burning, this desire to get this stuff out, and then I have to write it and type it. And now I'm going to be able to actually just do like that. If I wake up and I know that there's a message that needs to be delivered in the format, in the way that in which I do it, I'll be able to do that. So I'm really looking forward to this. Once again, you can get me at Dr. Wendy D, and that's Wendy like as in hamburger, Dr. Wendy D, the letter D, at gmail.com. My website is the Laws of Attraction in Action.com, and that's laws plural. Or you can get to me at the laws L of Attraction in Action. So you'll be able to get to me at LOAIA.com. The Laws of Attraction in Action. Actually, it's the Law of Attraction in Action.com. LOAIA.com. You will find some videos, content, blogs, that sort of stuff. And again, if you actually look at my last postings, you can really see where things went south. You'll be able to see where things went south for me. But now I'm heading north, west, east, and it's all good. I've come back to center, and it's all good. So on that note, guys, I'd like to thank you for listening. I look forward to my next podcast, or which will be, I'm going to make the assumption, it will either be later this week, and if not later this week, you'll definitely be hearing from me next week. I haven't decided on a day. Yet, but I'm thinking it's either going to be Monday, Tuesday, or Wednesday. Those are the days that I'm looking at. Yeah, Monday, Tuesday, or Wednesday. So guys, on that note, I'm Dr. Wendy Dearborn, and I'm looking forward to seeing your face in my place. You and the Laws of Attraction coming soon. In the interim, guys, if you have any questions, please feel free to email me at drwendyd@gmail.com. Until next time, guys, peace.